Good morning. As you wake up to a crisp, snowy scene here in the Northeast, you might be thinking about cozy plans for the upcoming Valentine's Day weekend. But before you finalize those dinner reservations or book that romantic getaway, there's something you need to know. If you're planning a romantic Valentine's Day weekend in the Northeast, you'll want to hear this. Mother Nature is adding a wintry twist. The region is about to get a double dose of winter weather just in time for the holiday. Whether you're hoping for a snowy stroll with your sweetheart or just want to avoid travel headaches, it's important to know what's coming. Not one but two storm systems are on the way, bringing snow and tricky travel just in time for your celebrations. The timing couldn't be more dramatic, right as people are making plans to get together, visit family, or head out for a special night. The first is a fast-moving Alberta clipper from Canada, known for quick bursts of snow. These clippers are famous for sneaking in with little warning, dropping a blanket of snow in just a few hours, and then racing out almost as quickly as they arrive. They can make roads slick and visibility low, especially during the evening commute. Hot on its heels, a second more complex storm is developing in the south, with more moisture and an uncertain path. This system could bring heavier snow, a wintry mix, or even some rain, depending on exactly where you are. The uncertainty makes it even more important to stay updated, as the forecast could shift in the days ahead. Depending on your location, you could see anything from a dusting to a few inches, or even a wintry mix. Some towns might wake up to a picturesque winter wonderland, while others could face slushy, icy conditions that make travel a challenge. The variety of weather across the region means it's a good idea to check your local forecast frequently. These aren't blockbuster blizzards, but even minor snow can snarl roads during a busy holiday weekend. With so many people on the move for Valentine's Day, even a quick burst of snow can lead to slowdowns, accidents, and delays. Snowplows will be out in force, but it's always best to give yourself extra time and drive with caution. Our goal is to help you know what to expect, where, and when, so you can adjust plans and stay safe. Whether you're heading out for a romantic dinner, traveling to see loved ones, or just running errands, a little preparation can go a long way. We'll share tips for safe winter travel, and how to stay ahead of changing conditions. We'll break down the timing and impacts of both storms, starting with Friday night's clipper. Expect snow to begin falling as the sun sets, with the heaviest bursts likely during the late evening and overnight hours. If you have Friday night plans, be prepared for slippery sidewalks and reduced visibility. Then, we'll look at the second system for Sunday and Monday, especially along the I-95 corridor. This is when the weather could get even trickier, with the potential for heavier snow and a wintry mix right as people are heading home from weekend getaways or starting the work week. We'll also highlight where the two storms might overlap. In some areas, the back-to-back systems could mean a prolonged period of snow, making it even more important to stay alert and flexible with your plans. And there's good news, a significant warm-up is on the way next week. After the snow and cold, you can look forward to milder temperatures and a chance to enjoy the outdoors again. So, let's dive in and get you ready for a Valentine's weekend that's sure to be memorable, no matter what the weather brings. Our weekend weather drama is set to begin Friday night as an Alberta clipper makes its way into the region. This type of system is known for its speed and its ability to bring a sudden change in conditions, often catching people off guard. Alberta clippers are fast-moving, low-pressure systems that originate in the Canadian prairies, and they get their name from the province of Alberta, where they typically form before racing southeastward across the continent. This particular clipper is a moisture-starved system, meaning it won't bring heavy, wet snow, but rather a quick burst of lighter, powdery flakes as it races in from Canada. These systems often move so quickly that they can cross entire states in just a matter of hours, making them tricky for both forecasters and travelers. Expect a period of light to moderate snow along a narrow, well-defined path. The snow may not be deep, but it can fall quickly, reducing visibility and making roads slick in a short amount of time. For those living or traveling along the clipper's track, it's important to be prepared for rapidly changing conditions. Along with the snow, you'll notice a shot of chilly air sweeping in behind the system. Temperatures will drop noticeably, and a brisk wind will make it feel even colder, so be sure to bundle up if you're heading outside. By Friday evening, the snow will have spread into western and upstate New York, just as many folks are wrapping up the work week and heading home. Cities like Buffalo, Rochester, and Albany will see flakes flying, and the evening commute could become challenging as roads quickly become snow-covered. The storm continues to move swiftly southeast, bringing a classic February feel to the interior northeast. The landscape will transform into a winter wonderland almost overnight, with fresh snow blanketing trees, rooftops, and fields. Most areas will experience snow for just 6 to 8 hours, arriving late Friday and wrapping up by Saturday morning. By sunrise, the storm will have moved on, leaving behind a fresh, clean layer of snow that glistens in the early light. This quick-hitting system will leave a fresh coating and potentially slick roads, especially since cold temperatures will help the snow stick fast to surfaces. Even a thin layer can make driving hazardous, so take it slow and give yourself extra time. The timing is key. Friday night and Saturday morning are busy travel periods, with people heading home from work, running errands, or starting weekend plans. If you're planning to be on the roads, be alert for changing conditions and reduced visibility. Even a quick burst of snow can turn a simple drive into a slippery one. Black ice and sudden snow squalls are common with clippers, so keep your headlights on and maintain a safe distance from other vehicles. Stay cautious. This setup is notorious for causing fender benders and minor accidents if you're not paying attention. Take it easy, stay updated on the latest forecasts, and enjoy the beauty of a classic winter night safely. Who's in the snow zone? The main action from this clipper targets the interior Northeast. Expect steady snow from upstate New York through Vermont, western Massachusetts, and the Berkshires, dipping into northeastern Pennsylvania. Cities like Syracuse, Albany, and Scranton should plan for snow tonight into early Saturday. For coastal cities like New York and Boston, it's just a glancing blow, maybe a dusting or light coating. The bigger concern there, cold temps could freeze any wet surfaces, creating slick spots. So, even if you only see flurries, be careful on sidewalks and bridges Saturday morning. The real story for the I-95 corridor comes with our second storm later in the weekend. Let's talk numbers. When it comes to winter weather, knowing how much snow to expect can make all the difference in how you plan your day, your commute, or even your weekend getaway. This storm is shaping up to be a classic clipper system, quick-moving, but capable of dropping a surprising amount of snow in a short time. In the main snow band, stretching across upstate New York, Vermont, western Massachusetts, and northeastern Pennsylvania, forecasters are calling for 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. That might not sound like a lot, but it's enough to coat roads, sidewalks, and driveways, and create slippery conditions for anyone out and about. In the higher elevations, think the Green Mountains, the Berkshires, and the Catskills. Totals could reach up to 4 inches, especially where the snow bands linger a bit longer. These areas are more prone to heavier bursts, so if you're traveling through mountain passes or hilly terrain, be prepared for deeper snow and reduced visibility. Outside of that main zone, most places will just see a light dusting, maybe a coating to half an inch. It's more of a wintry decoration than a real disruption, but even a little snow can make untreated surfaces slick, especially early in the morning or late at night. The snow itself will be light and fluffy, thanks to cold temperatures. That means it'll pile up quickly on cold surfaces, but it won't be heavy enough to cause power outages or bring down tree limbs. Still, it's the kind of snow that can hide icy patches underneath, so tread carefully. The timing is key. Snow is expected to start falling during the Friday evening commute and continue overnight. That means roads may not be fully treated or plowed, especially on secondary streets and rural routes. If you're heading out after dark, visibility could drop quickly as snow accumulates on windshields and headlights reflect off swirling flakes. If you're driving Friday night or early Saturday, plan for extra time and slow down. Black ice and sudden slick spots are common with this type of snow, and even experienced drivers can get caught off guard. Make sure your car is winter ready, with good tires and plenty of windshield washer fluid. Air travel could see minor delays at regional airports like Albany or Syracuse, mainly due to the need for descending planes and clearing runways. While these delays are usually short, it's always smart to check your flight status before heading out, especially if you have a tight connection. Major hubs like JFK or Logan shouldn't see major issues, since they're well equipped to handle light snow. But if you're flying from a smaller airport or connecting through one, keep an eye on your airline's updates and be prepared for possible changes to your itinerary. Even a little snow can create hazardous conditions, especially if drivers aren't expecting it. Watch for slick spots on bridges, ramps, and untreated roads, and remember that stopping distances increase dramatically on snow and ice. What makes this clipper noteworthy isn't just the amount of snow, but how quickly it arrives and accumulates. In just a few hours, bare pavement can turn white, catching travelers off guard and making for a tricky commute. So, whether you're heading out for work, school, or a weekend trip, be prepared for slick roads and possible travel headaches. Give yourself extra time, drive cautiously, and stay updated on the latest forecasts to make sure you get where you're going safely. As the clipper exits, attention shifts south to a second, potentially more impactful storm. This one forms over the southeast, tapping Gulf and Atlantic moisture, meaning it's wetter and more unpredictable. It arrives late Sunday into Monday, possibly impacting the Monday morning commute. The big question, how far north will it travel? Its track will decide who gets snow, a wintry mix, or just rain. Areas on alert. the mid-Atlantic and southern New England, including West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and up through Connecticut and Massachusetts. The I-95 corridor from D.C. to Boston is right in the forecast bullseye. If the storm hugs the coast, expect more rain. Farther inland, more snow. Meteorologists are watching closely. Every new data point could shift the forecast. Stay tuned for updates as the storm's path becomes clearer. The key to this second storm is its exact track, and that's where things get tricky. Cold, dry air will wedge into the northeast behind the Clipper, while the southern storm pushes moist air north. If the storm stays offshore, impacts will be minimal, just light rain or snow along the coast. But if it tracks closer to the coast or inland, significant precipitation could hit the mid-Atlantic and New England. Forecast models still disagree, and even a 50-mile shift can mean the difference between heavy snow and cold rain for major cities. That's why it's crucial to check the latest forecast throughout the weekend. The outlook for Monday could change quickly as new data comes in. Be ready for a wintry mess, but know the details are still evolving. For millions along I-95, the big question: rain, snow, or a messy mix. The rain-snow line will cut right across this busy region, depending on temperatures and the storm's track. Inland and higher elevations, like central Pennsylvania or interior Connecticut, are most likely to see all snow. Closer to the coast, warmer air could turn snow to sleet or rain, especially in cities like Philadelphia or New York. This transition zone could mean a very messy Monday morning commute, with snow, sleet, or freezing rain. Sleet and freezing rain are especially hazardous, coating roads and sidewalks in ice. For the big cities, a major snow event is unlikely. Roads may just be wet. But just a few miles inland, conditions could be much worse. Be prepared for rapidly changing conditions over short distances. Monitor your local forecast closely for the latest updates. Here's where things get interesting. The two storms could overlap, doubling up on snow in some areas. The overlap zone stretches from central and eastern Pennsylvania through northern New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, and into southern New England. Some spots could see 1 to 3 inches from the Clipper, then another 3 to 6 inches from the southern storm. If the second storm tracks north and west, cities like Scranton or Hartford could get a 1-2 punch. This would turn a minor nuisance into a significant winter event for a narrow corridor. If you're in this zone, keep shovels handy. You may need them twice. We'll be watching this overlap potential closely as the second storm develops. After a weekend of wintry weather, there's good news. A major warm-up is coming. Starting Tuesday, much milder air will sweep into the northeast, bringing a taste of spring. Temperatures will climb well above average, with highs in the 40s and 50s for many. Sunshine will help melt away the weekend's snow, making for a rapid cleanup. It's a true winter thaw. Time to put away the heavy coat, at least for a few days. This warm trend should last through midweek, offering a welcome break from the cold. So, bundle up for the weekend storms, but no relief is just around the corner. Stay safe, enjoy your Valentine's Day, and keep checking in for the latest updates.